Who knew you guys would like the video about unlocks so much? Well, there's been a call for part 2. Sorry it took so long for me to actually get around to making this. You might be surprised to hear this, but this is like the 4th time I've written this video and like the 3rd time I recorded the footage for it. Let's say hardware hasn't exactly been on my side for any of this, so if you could do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends, you know the usual. So let's not waste any more time than we need to. I've taken tips from my last video and implemented it into this one, so I'm gonna start with the table of contents. Odin appears as a fate in the game, and you can actually get some decent glamour pieces from defeating him. The spawn is kinda rare as it's server reliant and it can take quite a few people to kill him. But did you know that there's another instance of Odin in Final Fantasy XIV? When you're level 50 and caught up on the main story quest, you can begin unlocking him. Pray return to the Waking Sands and speak to Urianger to pick up the quest Primal Fear to start the chain. Complete it and you'll be in touch with Lewin. Complete his quests, Who Was That Man in Black, followed by Dark Divinity, and finally Simi in the South Shroud will give you all you wanted to know about Odin. This unlocks the quest Fear and Odin in the Shroud, given to you by Scarlet in New Gridania, and now you can enter Earthsfound to confront Odin. The gear granted here is not exactly the best anymore, but it still makes for interesting glamour pieces. But now you can actually get the pieces individually of the body armor that Odin grants you, as opposed to the full body armor given to you by handing in the tokens granted by defeating the Fate boss Odin. Just unsync the fight, since the minimum DPS required is like 1350 DPS. Nowadays, a single person can deal minimums of like 7k if you're a tank, or even 12 to 14k as a DPS, so you'll be fine. Not necessarily an unlock, but you could say it unlocks a world of new riches once you sell these. Thavnarian Onions are quite expensive most of the time, and 2 side quests give you an onion each. The minimum level is 57, but by now you should be higher. The 2 quests, Landing a Stable Job and a quest in the quest chain, A Hunter's True Job, will actually grant you these. The easier of the 2 is Landing a Stable Job, unlocked after the MSQ quest at the Better Half and at level 50. At the Jeweled Crozier, speak with Mathai and complete the relatively simple quest. There is no combat or anything and you get a Thavnarian Onion, that's as simple as it is. The second one is quite lengthy though. Doing all the quests for this video would take a little too long, so I'm just going to explain to you what the quest line is. There are 2, so first you need to start with the quest Needs More Salt in Tailfeather, given to you by Marsha Champ. Then go to Uninvited Guests, and of that quest line finally what Remaclon saw. And that is all for that quest chain actually. Onto the lengthy version, which is starting with Lupard and Tailfeather for I Wanna Be the Hunter. Then you go through with A Natural Instinct, First Impressions Heavensward Edition, The Man Who Slew Too Much, A Budding Relationship, Persistence Makes Perfect, and then the 2 quest lines actually meet. We continue with Getting a Leg Trap Up, A Step in the Right Direction, and finally, A Hunter's True Nature. And you're done. You got another Thavnarian Onion. Do with it as you please, or don't. I imagine this questline is a little bit long for people. But the Thavnarian Onions can be used to upgrade your Chocobo, or you can just sell them. Usually selling them grants you quite a bit of money. Once you've completed Shadowbringers' main story, you've likely started this quest chain already, because this is earned after following up the Aethercurrent questline in Tamra. After having started a quest called A Disagreeable Dwarf in Tamra for the Aethercurrent, continue with Almost a Friend, A Practiced Greeting, and finally completing Learning to Lali Ho questline. Completing these quests will allow you to greet your friends with a friendly dwarf like Lali Ho yourself. Kinda easy to miss, but if you're here and kind of curious, you've probably already gotten these. If you haven't, in Gridania you have Saw That One Coming, in Limsa you have Good for What Ails You, and in Ul'dah you have Help Me Lord of the Dance. These grant you the Harvest, Step, and Ball Dance respectively. Easy peasy quests, but you might not have seen them if you rushed or jump potted. Dances are always nice to have, right? Once again, only for those who completed Shadowbringers. The giant Beaver minion is a trade-in reward once completing the Dancing Plague Extreme and getting the Dancing Wing from the chest. Once you got that, head on over to the Beaver Merchant in the corner of Ilmeg over here and you'll get yourself a giant Beaver minion. In Korthus Central Highlands, head on over to the Observatorium. You'll find the Tossfit workout quest, and once you complete it, you'll be able to pelt your friends with, well, anything. Or rather, as the chat informs you, lots of somethings with /throw. Once again, quite a known one, but something people can still easily miss, is the Baby Coeurl and the Wolf Pup. You begin this quest by completing the Lie Cats and Dogs in Ilport. Completing this unlocks 2 quests, Curiosity Killed the Coeurl and Man's Best Friend. Complete both of these and you'll get yourself a little baby kitten and a little wolf pup. Companions for life, right? Like Lali Ho and the Grey Beaver, if you've done Shadowbringers, this is for you. And like Lali Ho, if you can Flying Rectica, you've already started this questline as well. It is the finale of 2 quest chains coming together, so let's get started. The first one, started in Fano, is you've likely already done Stand on Ceremony if you can fly, but from there you complete Stand on Ceremony, Seeing Eye to Eye, Mending Fences, and then Hearts as 1. After that, you'll need to complete the story in Slitherborough. Starting in Slitherborough, you've probably done the Great Deceiver already, so continue with Slither along, Snake the Lead, Snakes in the Grass, and then after that you'll have unlocked the Protectors of the Wood if you've done the story in Fano, and completing the Protectors of the Wood, you'll finally get the biggest meme to come out of Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers, and the creatures of everyone's dreams. Screw Emmet, screw the Exarch, it is the Great Serpent of Ronka. And with that, thank you very much for watching. I know this has been quite a long wait, and some of these are a little bit more obvious than the other ones, but some people still pointed out to me that they missed these or they didn't know about these and they had to find out about it later. So I'm just informing you about these now, hoping that you actually find them useful. If my voice sounds a little bit off, I am a little bit sick, so I do apologize for that, but you can make me feel a lot better if you share this with your friends and you can start seeing them go for all these really, really nice unlocks. In any case, my name is Fabled Ways. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I really hope that I see you again in the future. Thank you very much to all of the recent subscribers. I haven't posted in a while, but recently my channel has seen quite a little bit of a surge in subscribers. It is because I'm starting to show up in people's recommended list. I'm starting to show up in people's related videos. I don't know why that is. I didn't need to do anything for it. I wasn't informed that this was going to happen, but I'm all here for it. As long as people get more unlocks and people see more guides and, you know, other stuff that I create. So thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for being a part. Keep in mind that we have a Discord and that you can join us down below. As for me, well, that was it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again very soon.